Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks again for tuning into the channel and for another pickup video. Before we get started, I just want to say thank you to everybody who's been watching. We finally pushed past that 2,000 sub mark. I'd like to say it's been easy, but it's been a grind, and I'm sure a lot of you content creators can relate to that. So just a big thank you. Big pressure off me now. I can sort of relax a little bit. Unfortunately, YouTube does not promote any of my videos. So if any of you have ever had any frustrations with YouTube or know them they've screwed over you or someone that you know, and you want to give a big middle finger to YouTube, continue to subscribe or subscribe if you have not done so already, just as a way of getting back at YouTube, because I don't know what else to do. I'm just doing what I'm doing and getting little to no traction. Now that that's been said, we've got some nice pickups here. We've got to get going because we have 64 items to get through, and I don't want to be here for longer than I need to be. So let's get started. It's going to be video games and movies. So let's start off with... Oh, hell. We're going to mix it up. Let's start off with some movies and jump into some games. Now, I know if you're a grown-ass man like me, you definitely have these in your collection. And if not, what's wrong with you? Sailor Moon the movie. Yep, I don't know what else to say about that. I saw this. I know I've watched it as a kid. Or some versions of it. I don't know what year it was, but... so this is Sailor Moon R the movie. Uncut Special Edition. No idea. Because I also have Sailor Moon S. I guess there's more than one movie. I don't know. I only watched the individual episodes as a kid. So I'll have to check these out at some point. But I do like Japanese anime, so that's why I did add these to the collection. If anybody knows anything about them, let me know. I'm going to run out of space here really fast. One movie I did watch in the theater and really liked it. Hard to believe it's been 25 years, I guess. Last Starfighter. This was one of those first movies that came out, not one of the first ones, but heavily CG'd. I think they tried some new CG techniques in this movie. I don't remember exactly what they were. But really fun movie, especially if you're into arcades, playing arcade games. It's got a big theme as part of this movie. And the reason why this guy in the front is the last Starfighter, or chosen to be the last Starfighter. Check it out. Really good. Really fun. Here's one. You know, I've mentioned previously, I've been collecting Blu-rays or DVDs of concert footage or artists. So this is AC/DC live at River Plate. I haven't checked this one out yet. I don't know if you can see the songs on the back or not. But coincidentally, about a year or two, man, it might be over 2 years now, I picked up the vinyl for it. Never listened to it yet. There, this might be able to show you the songs on the back a bit better there. So yeah, AC/DC live at River Plate. I'll have to check that out at some point. It should be nice. Anyway, like I said, I picked them up for like background noise, or if you're doing something, you can throw some footage on and just have it on the TV. Speaking of AC/DC concerts, live at Donington. This one I have heard. It is good. This is what year is this? 1991. So this was like the time period. I saw AC/DC once in concert, and I believe it was for the Thunderstruck concert or tour. I don't know if you guys have seen them recently. Obviously, their earlier years, they hold up a lot better. I always thought this was like an album, Family Jewels. But apparently it's like Television appearances and promotional videos of AC/DC. So it's got like, I don't know if that'll make it out if there's a glare. So I guess a good compilation of all their videos and songs. So we will check that one out. This was fun. Saw this in the theater. Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Surprisingly, I didn't have this one yet. I thought I did. Paul Rubens passed away, what was it, earlier this year? So nice to add that to the collection. Excuse me. This I have individually, but I never came across this box set before. Dark Knight Trilogy, so the 3 movies with, what's his name, Christian Bale? The Christopher Nolan franchise. Comes with like this, almost looks like a video game art book. The way the front cover there is, but you know, just scenes, character sketches from the movie. I don't know if I can even make that out. So that, as well as, I guess the 3 movies. There we go there. Please don't fall out, guys. Jeez. So yeah, I'll have to get rid of my individual 3 movies now, I guess, since I've got this box set. We'll keep it like that. And then the final 2, final 2 Blu-rays. I think I'm missing some other stuff. 47 Ronin. Keanu Reeves. I think it's like I think I've seen parts of it. He's like a Ronin, but he has to fight some mystical adversaries. And Hellboy 2, The Golden Army. I really like this one because it's got a lot of characters. Well, I suppose the first one did as well, but this one more so with character sketches and character designs from Guillermo del Toro. If you ever get a chance to, I think he's got it out there. It's like a art sketchbook that he does where he creates and just ideas and draws certain characters that eventually show up in his movies. Hellboy 2 actually has some really, really nice ones that he's designed and created. All right, so Xbox One movies or games for a console that I still don't have. Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls. I have played this, Diablo 3, on PS4, I believe, right? The Crew, fun driving game. Need for Speed, again along the same lines. One day I'll find myself an Xbox One and see how much these graphics have improved. Halo 5 Guardians. I've only played the first Halo. I can appreciate the franchise. I just wasn't able to get into it. I don't know if it's because I waited too long to play it, because I didn't play the first Halo until within the last 3 or 4 years. Elder Scrolls Online. I assume it's like it's a Bethesda game, so same lines as like Dragon Age, that sort of feel to it. Far Cry 4 Limited Edition. I will touch on the Far Cry series very soon. Grand Theft Auto 5. What more can you say about this series? I actually just replayed it again this year. And Shadow of Mordor. I haven't played any of these series yet. I will have to get around to doing that at some point. What do I have? Got my one lone Super Nintendo game that I picked up, Rock and Roll Racing. It's not super crazy. I think it's worth roughly around 40 to 50, I think. But I didn't have it. Interplay. Okay. Same guys that have... I'm more familiar with Interplay for doing the Wing Commander series, as well as on Super Nintendo, but mainly on PC. I just grabbed this because it was SpongeBob. Battle for Volcano Island. I don't think it's very good, or will be very good. Mortal Kombat 11. I'm not a fighting game guy, but it's Mortal Kombat. It's on the PS4. It was cheap, so why not? Dragon Ball 2. I don't know how you say this. Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. I want to play these games. I'd like to try them out. I know they're fighting games, but I think these ones sort of have like more of, I don't know what you want to call it, more of like cutscenes interspersed throughout it, or there might be a bit more dialogue than you would find like in a Mortal Kombat series. I don't know if I've seen this one before. Dead Rising, Chop Till You Drop. I have played the first Dead Rising, probably on the 360, and it's fun. I found it a little bit difficult, so I stopped playing it at some point. Turtles Smash Up. Again, I assume it's another brawl fighting game. And Lair. Don't know what this one is. But by the back, it looks like you fight dragons. Okay. We've got Haze for the PS3. Some futuristic, I don't know, combat game. What can you say about Need for Speed Undercover? Have not played the first or this one, but I'd like to try. I think the first one got some good reviews. And I think, what is it? You can decide whether to be good or evil, right? I always pick the good for some reason. I don't know what it is. My nature just doesn't let me be the bad guy. I think I'm going to miss out on something in these games. Here's another Far Cry game. Instincts Predator. I don't know what that is. And finally, this is the Far Cry we're going to touch on because it is the one I'm playing currently, and it's the very first Far Cry game I've ever played. PS4, Far Cry 5. I'm really enjoying it. It's very similar to... I've got it probably back there, but the Just Cause games. Oh no, I've got Just Cause over there on my PS4 side. Yeah, similar to the Just Cause games. This one's really good. It's got, you're in some sort of, you're in the U.S. and you're in a valley that's been basically taken over by a cult. Joseph Seed and 3 siblings, I guess. A girl and 2 other guys. It's good. I've taken out the first 2. I'm almost done the 3rd guy, or the second last boss. It gets repetitive though, just like the Just Cause games do for some reason. You know, the missions get, take out this enemy base. Well, I just use the same strategy every single time I come across the same style of base, and it's, you know, fairly simplistic. Stuntman Ignition. Haven't tried this one yet. And that's those ones. Here's one I want to get into at some point and try it. Sniper Ghost Warrior. I played the first one of this for a little bit. I don't remember which one it is. Is this the first one? Arkham Asylum? Whatever the first one is in the series. I've tried it. It's fun. I didn't give it enough time though, so when I get back into it, I'll have to start from the beginning. Walking Dead Survival Instincts. I do want to play the Walking Dead Telltale games. I've played a bit of the first one. I don't remember what system it was on. I guess, was it PS3? Or did that start in the 4? Anyway, I want to do the Telltale games. I heard good things about them, and I enjoyed the little bit that I played. Need for Speed Carbon. I don't think these racing graphics hold up on the Wii as well as they do on PS3 and whatnot. Need for Speed Pro Street. So if I'm going to play these kind of games, I'm definitely going to play them on, PS3 or Xbox or whatever. Sega Bass Fishing. I've gone on a kick where I've been picking up a lot of these hunting games. I don't know if I'll try the fishing one, but I'm going to keep this one. But I like to try some of the hunting ones and see how they are. And Need for Speed Nitro. Okay. Tell you what, we'll finish off with movies. We'll go through the rest of the movies, no, games, and then we'll finish off with some VHS. Excuse me. Resident Evil 5. Not one of my favorites. Is this the one where you're in? Is it you're in Africa or something like that? I just remember when I started, I was turned off by the game. It was just, it had a different feel than, well, I guess because Resident Evil 4 was so awesome that this seemed like a step down. Again, what else can you say about that? Looking forward to the new one coming out, which probably means I'll have to buy a PS5, and since the Slims are coming out, maybe I can grab one at some point. Played number 2 of this year. Loved it. First one was awesome as well, but number 2 went to a different level. Another Far Cry 4? Did I showed you guys one already, right? So I was second guessing myself. Far Cry 3. I don't know if I can go back and play these earlier versions. I'm not sure how well they'll hold up to. Well, that's another thing too. I'm not a first person kind of player. The motion sickness. The motion gets me a little bit sick sometimes if I play too long. Dragon Age. So unfortunately, when you want to play like more than 2 hours or something, I can't really do it. Oblivion, Game of the Year edition. I was just about to say that's similar to Dragon Age, and there's Dragon Age there. I have put a number of hours into Dragon Age on, I guess it was the 3, right? I liked it, and then I got stuck at one point where I couldn't kill the dragon and became frustrated, and after all those hours, I turned it off and never went back to it. Well, I mentioned that Sega fishing game. Here's another one, Hooked again. I think these would be fun on the Wii. Especially with trying to, I wonder how the reeling in process is with the controller. I mentioned the hunting ones, Super Slam Hunting Africa. Need for Speed Nitro. Rig Racer 2, I don't know. I guess if you enjoy driving trucks and racing them at the same time. Here's a good one. Rapala Pro Bass Fishing. I know for the PS3 I've got the actual fishing rod controller. But obviously with the Wii you can just plug your controller into the, stick it into the fishing rod itself. And Cabela's North American Adventures. So definitely a boatload of hunting games. Final part of the games, This one seems interesting, but it looks interesting. I don't know if it is or not. Sea Monsters, a prehistoric adventure. I guess you're diving in the ocean during the Jurassic period. I still pick these up when I find them. OG Xbox games. There's They seem to be getting harder and harder to come across in the wild, especially ones that I don't have. And I didn't have this one, and these ones always seem to be fun and enjoyable. This is Carve. You know, so the Sea-Doo racing, or jet ski racing, whatever you want to call it. Always seem to be enjoyable, whether it's on the Wii or Xbox or whatever console it is. People seem to like them. Remington Great American Bird Hunt. Hot Pursuit. That's a good one. And another one, Big Game Hunter 2012. So definitely a hunting game theme. And then finally, we're going to finish it off with VHS movies. First one is King Kong. This is a remake of the 1933 original, obviously, since it's got Jeff Bridges in it. So that's nice. Didn't have that one. I grabbed this one because obviously I have it. I just don't have one that says compliments of Diet Coke, not for resale or rental at the bottom of the package there. Full-length screening copy. I don't know what the difference is with all this. I'm not completely steeped in VHS knowledge, but it's got the interesting labels on it. There's that one. And same there. So I just thought that was neat that it was a screening copy, compliments of, not that I like to drink it, but Diet Coke. Did not have this one in the collection. Mortal Kombat. Which is surprising. I thought I did have that. And didn't have this one. But this ties into the DVD Blu-ray movie theme, or music theme concerts. Jimi Hendrix, Woodstock. There you go. Director's Cut, Blade Runner. Like how many different versions of Blade Runner have there been? I know that this is the director's cut, and then I think they came out with a final cut. X-Men still sealed with what appears to be, could be a Walmart sticker on there, I guess, maybe. And then one that I'm really happy to have or find and add, and especially since it's still sealed. And it's a fantastic movie from the 80s, Weird Science. If you guys haven't seen this one yet, definitely check this one out as well. Though I can't imagine, well, I don't know, I can't say that anymore, but to me it's obvious that some movies people should see or have seen or, you know about. But if you don't know about this one, it's a fun John Hughes, 1980s. It is Hughes, right? Yep. Great, great movie. And that's it, guys. I try to go through that as fast as I can. I've got some other good videos coming up. More like electronic pieces and whatnot that I just didn't want to cram into this one and make it too long. So we'll leave it at that. Leave me some comments on some of the movies or games, as always, if you can recommend any, or if you thought any of the ones here are good or not. as well as thanks for getting me past that 2,000 sub mark. Really appreciate it. And again, subscribe if you haven't done so yet. Stick around for some more great videos, and we'll see you guys again very soon.